Hey everyone, we're going to talk about a question that I get all the time in the office. What water purification system is the best? And why is it so important to have purified water nowadays? So I'm Dr. Mark Steenerson, and I'm going to, on this video, teach you about water purification and show you the best water purification systems that I've found. And I'll show you the simplest, least expensive, all the way up to the Cadillacs. All right, so let's get going here. What are the best water purifiers? So when we look at this, we know that our body is made up of 70% water. Without it, we won't live more than 4 days. So we got to have pure water. This is what happened recently in Flint, Michigan. Look at the insides of those. They're all full of lead and all kinds of toxic chemicals, these pipes. And that water was put into, look at the water here, the difference between there and Detroit. I mean, it is just super toxic. And when we look at this, that lead goes into the brains of children and causes them to have low IQs, causes birth defects, causes all kinds of issues as we get older, like Alzheimer's, dementia, all kinds of different illnesses. So we see this, even it just recently happened in Newark, New Jersey. So this is not an isolated incident, people. This is all over the country. It's an epidemic. And we see that all kinds of drugs and chemicals are in the water. Pharmaceutical, over 24 of them, pharmaceuticals were found in fish, and 12 different chemicals from personal hygiene products and personal care products. So we see things from cholesterol-lowering drugs, allergy drugs, high blood pressure, bipolar, depression, cancer drugs, and even Prozac was found in clams in the Puget Sound. So this is an epidemic that's in our water. Pesticides, they seep down from farming into the aquifers, and they get into the well waters. I have people come in and say, oh, my water's great, it's well water. And I tell them, you need to check it every single year for bacteria, nitrates, and all kinds of other contaminants that can get in and cause you and your family illness and sickness. So this is an actual picture of the sewage treatment plant. Now remember, a lot of the water that we get in the cities, in our city water, comes from these sewage treatment plants or from rivers and lakes. And we recycle them. And in order to get them to, so the pH is 7.0, we have to put lye in it. They put fluoride in it, chloride in it, all kinds of neurotoxins. Things that damage our thyroid and the rest of our body. They're super toxic to us. But this is when there was a rainstorm and it leaked all this raw sewage right directly into these two rivers here in Washington, D.C. Unbelievable. How would you like to drink that water? So here's the solution. First, we're going to start with level 1. It's called zero water, and this is one that you can use in a pitcher. Now, they use the pure water pitchers out there in New Jersey, and they didn't work. They did not get it out. They sent out hundreds, if not thousands, of these to families, and they did not get the lead out, so to speak. So this one has 5 stages of filtration, and it has different carbon filters. So this is one of the best pitcher that you can use for water purification. Level 2, this is called the Home Master, and this one here has a lot more purification. It's got high carbonation. It removes about 98% of the iron, chemicals, heavy metals, sediment, and contaminants. It also adds in calcium and magnesium into the minerals into the purification process twice, and it'll give you about 2,000 gallons a year. So it's a really good filtration system. The next level up is this Berkey. And these countertops, these are really powerful to be able to pull out a lot of toxic chemicals. They use these in third world countries in order to get rid of a lot of the toxic things out of the water and make it purified. So this is a very good one also. This one here is a countertop unit. And the next one here is called the Radiant Life biocompatible water. And this one is a whole purification system. It has 14 different stages to go through and really clean the water in your system. It uses reverse osmosis, which gets rid of all of the toxic chemicals. It goes in and it deionizes the system. It uses ultraviolet light to sterilize things. Homeopathic restructuring, adds natural minerals and earth properties to it. And it also has the coconut shell carbon post filter and alkaline ionic remineralization. So quite a unit, and it's well worth the money you spend on it. And finally, what I consider one of the Cadillacs is called the Kangen water. This is one of the ones that I have in my home and use for water in my office. It has a number of different stages as it filters the water through. It has a pH of 2.0, first of all. Now, 2.0 water can be used to kill just about any bug, from AIDS to all kinds of viruses, that type of thing. And what it does is it goes through, and the water you can be used to clean all your surfaces, your toilets, your sinks, all that type of thing. In fact, in Japan, they use it in the hospitals for burns, their burn units. For their people that have burns, they use it to clean and sterilize all their equipment. So they don't have MRSA over in that area because they use a natural purification system with this 2.5 water. They also have 6.0 water that's called beauty water. And that pH, if you just push the button on the machine, it makes 6.0 water. That's the one you can spray on your skin for beauty water, makes your skin healthier. Then it goes up to 7.0. 7.0 is really good because that you can drink and use with, if you're taking medication or you're having food with it. It's very good to be able to use 7.0 water. That's what we call neutral water. And then it goes up to 8.0 to 8.5, and then it keeps climbing up to 9.0 and even 9.5 alkalized water. So this is water that's more alkalized, and it also causes the water to actually break down the molecules so that more of the water is absorbed into your system. Water has a tendency to clump when there's toxic chemicals in there. And when you get that out, and this ionizing water breaks up the molecules so that they're smaller and they fit into your cells better. And the last thing it does is it gives you 11.0 water. Now, this is very alkaline water, and what it does, you can use that to clean your windows, that type of thing. You can use it also to take and put your vegetables in. And it'll take out all of the petroleum-based pesticides and pull that stuff out. You'll see, actually, if you're not buying organic vegetables, you'll see like a layer of scum on the top of the water that is pulled out of there with that 11.0 water. So it has many, many uses for it. And it's one of what I call the Cadillacs for water purification systems. And if you have questions on that, that's one I can tell you more about because I am actually using that myself. Now, let's take a look at cost. When we look at the cost, it's amazing. These Kangen units, they run probably almost $4,000 for them. However, the cost per gallon is about 2 cents. And when we start looking at it over 15 years, it's about $6,266. Let's take a look at Dasani. Now, Dasani and Aquafina are from I believe, from Coke and Pepsi. And all they are is water that's been filtered. I think I don't know if they take it out of a garden hose or what, but they just filter general water and then they charge you ridiculous amounts. It's almost $2 a bottle. So when we start looking at that's almost $10 to $12 a gallon. Imagine if gas was that price. So when we look at this, look at the annual cost, $1,790 or $79 there for it. So it's quite a bit more even than the annual cost of using Kangen water. And look at what it ends up costing you over 15 years if you're using and getting bottled water, not to mention all the plastic that you're putting into the environment. Over $20,695. This one's $17,000. Now look at Fiji. Fiji's a little bit higher quality water, but look at exactly what it is. $96,000 over 15 years as compared to $6,000. What a savings. Avion water, $82,000. Arrowhead water, the home delivery, $16,000. And this Sparkletts home water, $15,200. So you can see that getting one of these, investing in these purification systems doesn't cost you. It saves you tons and tons of money. Now, showerhead is another big thing because people that are bathing, especially when they're bathing in city water, there's going to be fluoride and chloride in there, which are neurotoxins. They damage your nerves and they get into your system. When you take that hot shower, you breathe in that fluoride and chloride fumes. Gets into your lungs, gets in your system. It also goes in through your skin, along with all the drugs and all the other chemicals. So showers are a big area where people can become toxic. These are the 4 top water filters that you can use for your shower heads. The Aqua Bliss, the Sprite, Culligan, and the copper zinc bathtub water filters. So I just wanted to give you those because don't forget this, to put this on your shower heads. Okay, well, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you for watching. I hope this information will help you and your loved ones. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at 763-300-3456. That's 763-300-3456. And hope you have a blessed day.